Oh, hey guys, how you doing today? You snuck up on me there. I was enjoying this nice, beautiful walk through the forest here while I thought about the new video we're doing today. What we're jumping into today is RSI, which is the Relative Strength Index on a chart. It is an indicator that is used with many different other indicators to try and predict which way the market's going to go. But before we get started, I'm going to ask you to like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and drop a comment below. Do you use the RSI? What indicators do you use that help you trade successfully in the market? And don't forget about joining that Telegram. We are giving away 1 Ethereum a month for the duration of 2020, and I definitely like you guys to be a part of it. So without further ado, we're going to jump into a chart and we're going to go over what the RSI is. We'll do some technicals. I'll read a couple little blips and we'll try and get you to understand it. It's a very important indicator and it's one of my favorites to use. All right, we'll see you in there. Hey guys, here we are out of the forest and back in the control center in front of the computer. So like I said, we're going to talk about the RSI Relative Strength Index today. And I think we're going to start out with a small definition. We'll go over a couple little blips and then we'll dig into a chart. I'll show you what it is, what it means, where I have my settings. And then finally, we're going to take a look at something called RSI Hunter, which is actually a platform that you can find where the lowest oversold coins or overbought coins are. If you're wanting to get in, use this indicator to make a purchase or an entry into a trade. Okay, so what is the Relative Strength Index, RSI? The Relative Strength Index is a momentum indicator used in technical analysis that measures the magnitude of recent price changes to evaluate overbought or oversold conditions in the price of a stock or other asset. So if you have a asset that is overbought, that means it is at the top of the RSI, which means so many people have bought it that it's likely to come lower as long as your other indicators in the chart say so at a certain level, which we'll get into. And oversold is everybody's sold it to a point where it's below a threshold and it's a good chance that it's going to start buying because people buy the swings. Bots also buy these RSI swings. So the RSI is displayed as an oscillator, which is a line graph that moves between two extremes. And I'll show you that in a second. And it can have a reading from 0 to 100. The indicator was originally developed by J. Wells Wilder. Well, we don't need to go through that. Some key takeaways, though. The Relative Strength Index is a popular momentum oscillator developed in 1978, and the RSI provides technical traders signals about bullish and bearish price momentum, and it is often plotted beneath the graph of an asset's price. That's where I have mine as well. An asset is usually considered overbought when the RSI is above 70% and oversold when it is above 30%. So I actually have mine set to 80 and 20, and I'll tell you why in a second. So calculation of RSI, they have a bunch of calculations that you can do yourself if you want to. It's on this website. I'll put it in the description. This actually is a really good page to read up about it. This is where I'll be getting most of my information for you guys. It's the easiest to understand, easiest to follow, and it's packed tight with information. For the calculation of RSI, using the above formulas, the RSI can be calculated. The RSI line can be plotted beneath the asset's price chart. And the RSI will rise as the number and size of positive closes increase. So it's not per se just point of price, it's the closing of the candles that increase. If the candles are closing higher and higher, the RSI is going to get higher and higher. Remember that. And it'll fall as the number and size of losses increase. So if it's closing at lower lows, that RSI is also going to slide towards the bottom. As you can see here, this is obviously an uptrend, and you can see the RSI. We'll go over on my chart, but you can see it just rises. It hit over 70, so it becomes overbought, and then it drops beneath, and then it becomes close, and then it drops down again, and it bounces off that line. So if you find an overbought situation where it may be above 70 or 80, it's time to start looking and set a couple alerts, because it could drop down. I mean, it can even go all the way up to 90, 95, but that is an extremely overbought situation. The next thing I wanted to go over was, what does the RSI tell you? So the primary trend of the stock or asset is an important tool in making sure the indicator's readings are properly understood. A well-known market technician, CMT, has pronounced the idea that an oversold reading in the RSI in an uptrend is likely much higher than 30%. An overbought reading on the RSI during a downtrend is much lower than 70. So it doesn't have to hit those peaks, but it can. We'll take a look at this here. As you can see, this is your 70 line here, but in a downtrend, it doesn't quite make it there, right? It drops below your 30 and below and below your 70. So that's why I have mine set at 80 and 20. It's just to mitigate a little bit bigger of a space for it to move in. So once it gets below 30, I don't get all excited and start buying everything. So if we take a look at the link chart here on Coinagee, again, this is where I chart. I had this chart up. I posted this in my Telegram group, where to buy, stop loss, where an aggressive buy would be. And of course, we are coming out of an inverse head and shoulders. I assumed it wouldn't break this level right here, but it closed beneath it. But it looks like it came right back up. So I'll clear all this out. We got to move this guy a little bit. There we go. Now we're in business. Now you have your chart. I'm going to close all my other indicators. And now we have this RSI is down here at the bottom. So here we see I've got my levels set at 80 and 20, or is this at 30? Yeah, 80 and 20. And as you can see, it fits in there very nicely. So it hasn't made it up to 80 yet. Does that mean we're not in an uptrend? Well, tough to say. We are coming off a couple bad months, but our RSI right now is sitting at 52, so it's midway. That's where you got to bring in your other indicators to kind of help you predict further. It's only one piece of a very big puzzle, and you have tens of thousands of people looking at these charts trying to figure out what they're going to do, right? So that's why I had all that up before, but today is just for the RSI. So as you can see, the RSI is on the bottom. I have mine in yellow. It's easy to see with the black background, and it could very potentially come up because you see these peaks hitting at 75. Which would probably, if I do a quick little, oh, it's green line today, not yellow. Got to change that. If we do a quick little show, actually, what I'm going to do here is I like to match these. So you give it a little Control C, Control V, and you get the exact pitch that it's at, and we go and we match it up. As you can see, top of the red candle used to be resistance, then it popped up in. So now I'm hoping that this line is going to be support. And if you look over here, if you drew a line, let's say right here, this looks like a good place for a line. Red line, you can see top of green candle, used to be resistance, is now hopefully support. More resistance, now support because the price action is above it. More resistance, couldn't quite make it above that line and pop back down, hopefully support. And you can see that going through over here, far left, in the middle, right here. Resistance, resistance, broke it, became a little bit of support, and it broke it again. And then it became full-time resistance. So I'm hoping that this level is your new support. So if link comes back down to here, it might wick down. I'm hoping we'll see a breakout and more uptrend. And if this starts dropping down, this RSI is going to take a dive down here. And then when it bounces, it will do exactly what this bounce did here. And if we do an alt vertical line and alt vertical line here, you're looking at the bottom, and then it starts to rise up. So you can see as it's rising, you could catch a little bit of the uptrend. So you could even draw a line here, and that would be kind of where it's been bouncing off of lately. You got to play around with these charts, right, guys? Nothing's set in stone, but that's kind of your basic RSI. You get it set up. To get it on Coinagee, you come up here to your graphs. You look up RSI, Relative Strength Index. You click on that. It'll pop up on the bottom. And then if you hit, we'll get me moved over here, closer to the middle. If you hit your settings, you can do your length, your style, which is your upper and lower limit. You can have a background. You can make it whatever color you want. Your plot line and how thick you want your line. And where over here is where you can do your settings on your RSI. I got it 80/20. You can set it to whatever you want. So that's basically that on the chart. And now we're going to take a quick look at RSI Hunter. Okay, guys, so on this, this is your main page. You can sign up for a subscription. I personally don't have a subscription, so the link I leave will just be the RSIHunter.com. But I use the exchange Binance. It's got lots of coins. It's got a lot of good information. And Binance is one of the bigger centralized exchanges. Base BTC, this is a trading pair. So if you're trading Link, this will have Link BTC pairs. I prefer USDT, so we are going to change it to that. Let that load up, and then after that we're going to take a look at the time frame. So we're looking at Link, so I'm not going to do the daily. I prefer the 4 hour if I was dealing with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Sometimes I like the daily if you want a longer projection. So for instance, if I'm going into farming with my Ethereum, I want to kind of have a look at the daily over the next month or two to try and earn on that. But you can see here you have oversold. So USDT FET is at 45.89, ONG 47.48. So this is kind of they break it all down for you. So they give you the AVG volume, 7-day high, 28-day high, 7-day low, 28-day low. So if you're looking for scalp trades, this might help you out. I haven't spent too much time on here, but I figured I'd show you guys anyways. This is an RSI video. And then you can go to overbought as well if you're in a coin and it's been on the rise, and you want to have a look, and you can do that. So that's the overbought. So that's basically the RSI Hunter. I just wanted to kind of throw it out there. You guys can have a look. I think that's going to do it for today. So thanks a bunch for spending your time with me. I know it's very important. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment what you thought of the video. Should I do another one? What indicator do you want to see next? Anything else I can explain for you? And don't forget about that Telegram group and that 1 Ethereum a month giveaway until the end of 2020. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.